Okay, so let's get right into it. We all do it, right? We shop online, we find something we want, we click buy, and we don't give it a second thought. But have you ever actually stopped to wonder what's happening behind the scenes? There's this incredible, invisible process that kicks in to protect your financial details. And today, we're going to pull back that curtain and see how all that digital magic really works. I mean, it feels totally instant, doesn't it? You click the button and boom, the confirmation email lands in your inbox. But in that tiny fraction of a second, your very sensitive credit card number has to travel across this huge public network we call the internet. So how on earth does it get from your screen all the way to the store without somebody just plucking it out of thin air? And this slide, this really gets to the core of the problem. Think about it. The internet, at its heart, is basically a public space. Sending your credit card number over it without any protection, well, it's exactly like standing in the middle of a packed train station and just shouting your number out loud for everyone to hear. Anyone could be listening. Hackers, shady operators, you name it. But luckily, we're not just shouting into the wind. The moment you click that button, this super sophisticated security system springs into action. It's got two main players, two, let's call them digital guardians, that act like your own personal secret service. So let's meet the first one. Okay, so Guardian number one. The best way to think about this one is like a high-tech armored truck. Its job is to protect your data while it's on the road, while it's in transit. And its official name is Transport Layer Security, or, as you'll usually hear it, TLS. Now, you've actually seen TLS at work probably thousands of times without even realizing it. You know when you see HTTPS in a web address? That S stands for secure. And it's all thanks to TLS. It's also that little padlock icon you see up in the corner of your browser. When you see that lock, it means TLS is working, and it has created a totally private, encrypted tunnel just for you and the website. So how does it build the secure tunnel? Well, it all happens through this really cool process called the TLS handshake. It's kind of like a secret agent meeting. First, there's an ID check. The website has to show your browser its digital passport, its certificate, to prove it is who it says it is. Then, once they trust each other, they do a secret key exchange. They quietly agree on a unique one-time-use secret code that only they know. And finally, they use that secret code to completely scramble your card number into total gibberish before it even leaves your device. And the result of all that? It means that even if a hacker is snooping on the network and manages to intercept your data while it's traveling, they don't get your credit card number, not at all. All they get is a string of completely unreadable nonsense. It's totally 100% useless to them. The armored truck did its job perfectly. All right, so the armored truck got your information to its destination safely. Awesome. But what happens then? The data has arrived, but it still needs to be protected where it's being stored, right? And that's where we meet our second guardian. Think of this one less like an armored truck and more like a digital coat check ticket. Its technical name is tokenization. And this is a really, really important question. The armored truck delivered the package to the bank, but what if a robber breaks into the bank vault later on? I mean, we hear about these massive company data breaches all the time. If the store you bought from is just holding onto your actual card number and they get hacked, you're in a whole lot of trouble. And that's exactly why we need Guardian number two. This image right here shows you the difference plain and simple. The old way? A hacker breaks in and gets a giant list of real, actual credit card numbers they can start using immediately. But with the new way, with tokenization, what do they get? A list of completely useless random codes. They've gone to all the trouble of breaking into the vault only to find a box full of worthless tickets. So what exactly is tokenization? Well, it's pretty simple in concept. It's the process of swapping your real, super sensitive card number for a completely non-sensitive placeholder. And that placeholder is called a token. It's just a random string of characters that stands in for your real number. On its own, it has no value and it can't be used anywhere else. And here's the absolute key to the whole thing. The online store you just bought from, they never even store your real card number. They only hold on to that useless token for their records, for things like refunds. Your actual card number gets passed immediately to the payment processor, the big guys like Stripe or PayPal, where it's locked away in a super secure digital vault that has to meet these crazy strict industry standards called PCI DSS. Okay, so we've met our armored truck, and we've met our digital ticket. Now let's put it all together and watch how they work in perfect sync during a single everyday online purchase. So here's the whole journey. You type your details into a secure HTTPS site. Instantly, Guardian 1, our armored truck, TLS scrambles it for the trip. The merchant gets it, but only for a split second before they securely hand it off to the payment processor. That's when Guardian 2 tokenization steps in and swaps your real number for that secure token, and then only that useless token is sent back to the merchant for their records. Your real cart number never even sits on their servers. It's brilliant. Now, all this technology is incredible. It really is. But it's not foolproof. There is one final and honestly most important layer of security in this entire system. And that final layer, well, it's you. You see, it doesn't matter how strong the encryption is or how secure the digital vault is, a system can always be beaten if the user gets tricked. The biggest risk in cybersecurity today isn't some super genius hacker breaking the math. It's a clever scammer, just tricking you into handing over the keys to the front door. So here's a quick checklist for you to make sure you're being the best gatekeeper you can be. First, and this is non-negotiable, always look for that HTTPS and the little padlock. If it's not there, just leave. Second, try to avoid making purchases on public Wi-Fi, like at a coffee shop. It's just not as secure. Third, using digital wallets like Apple Pay or Google Pay is a fantastic habit. They use this powerful tokenization stuff automatically. And finally, if you're on a news site, look for those little logos that say they're PCI DSS compliant. It's a good sign they take your security seriously. And this quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? Scams like phishing emails are so popular for a very simple reason. It is so much easier to trick a person than it is to crack modern encryption. The whole security system is only as strong as we are. So the next time you click buy, you can feel a little more confident knowing that these two powerful digital guardians are working around the clock to protect you. The armored truck and the digital ticket, they've got your back. But just remember, they're counting on you to be that final gatekeeper. So stay smart and stay safe out there.